Hey y'all, welcome back.
Or welcome to Black. I am one of your hosts, Dominique, aka Big Dom.
And I'm your other host, Naya, aka Billy Bill.
Yes, and once again, thank you guys for tuning in for another episode. So, without further ado, Naya, how is your mental?
So my mental is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty content. Things just going. I'm excited. I feel like I'm getting into a season of change,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, because I'm about to move and stuff. So I'm feeling things kind of just changing, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just getting
Mm-hmm.
prepared for that. And I kind of got a boost of energy too, like to be more productive in a sense. So I'm just real focused right now.
Okay. One to
Scale of
10.
1 to 10,
Mm-hmm.
I would say I'm at a 10. I'm at a 10. I'm at a different type of 10. I don't know. It's just,
A different type of 10. Ooh.
yeah,
Okay, I'll
yeah.
take that. No, you look good, you smiling all bright and whatnot. And yes, you have
Mhm.
some changes coming up. That's always good to look forward to, especially the new year coming up around us. So that's what's up.
Yes, yes. And
Mine,
how's yours, mental?
yes, thank you. My mental is really good actually as well. No complaints, as I always like to say. And I feel this month is going to be magical. So I'm just here for all the good vibrations, the opportunities, the
Ooh.
experiences, the developments, the unexpected, just anything. I'm just here for. I just know it's going to be a magical month for me. I just feel that
Oh, I like
festive.
that.
Yeah, yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm also a 10 as well. And
Yes.
I'm just here for it. We just basking in the glory and whatnot. The year's almost over
Really.
with. And I just feel I'm where I'm supposed to be. I feel that.
Literally,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of things have been happening. I've been getting deja vu. I got deja vu. And then when I was standing beside my manager, he got deja vu. And I'm like,
Hmm.
what's all this? I take those signs pretty seriously. Like
Yeah.
those type of signs like 555 and 666, all that type of stuff. I take that
Hmm.
kind of like because I feel like there's no coincidences, because I feel like God has his perfect way of doing things. And
Hmm.
in those moments, it seems like it's like a perfect moment, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And it also just has you aware and it keeps you just focused. Not necessarily
Yeah,
focused, I would say, but yeah, just aware and just in tune of your surroundings and what's going on, what you're seeing. So you're just
yeah, like you're
in
really
tune
in the
with your
present
senses.
moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So we vibing. We really on some
Okay.
good stuff this
I'll
Tuesday. I know
I'll
that's
take
right.
that. I'll
I'll
take
take that
it
too. All
for
right.
sure.
So on to our topic of the day.
Yeah.
So our topic of the day is grieving. So, when you think about grieving, I feel like it's a negative connotation. Like right when I said that, I feel like, ooh, grieving seems serious.
And okay, well, random awkward moment. I'm wearing
What?
all black too, so it's like I'm grieving, like I'm on a funeral or
That's
something.
right.
But
But I
yeah,
like black, so
me too. Black is my
yes, I
second
love
favorite.
wearing black.
It's just a staple in my closet. I'm not. I don't know. I like dark colors. I just like blues,
Hmm.
blacks, dark
Yeah.
grays. I don't like all that light color shit.
I have some light colors. It just depends
Hmm.
on what it is for me.
Usually with bathing suits, I like light colors, but for
Hmm.
clothing, it's just I like to wear black. I like
Yeah, I'm more of
what
like
you
a
like.
tan. I wear a lot of
Yeah.
tan and brown and gold. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I can
yeah.
see that.
You
But
can see
no,
that? Oh.
sorry to going back to what you were saying about that being a negative connotation, and also
Yes.
grieving isn't just about death. You can grieve. I've grieved relationships, past friendships that I no longer talk to, opportunities, experiences, and also a younger version of who I was. I grieve. So it's not grieving isn't just about losing a person. It could be about losing anything that you're
Hmm.
going through and you're
Yeah.
having the transitions of going through the anger, denial, bargaining, depression, acceptance. You can grieve all that. Those steps of grieving, you can grieve that in a lot of things that goes
Hmm.
on in life.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, I gotta get my pencil. Sometimes, like y'all, sometimes I be taking notes during
Hmm.
because we be speaking. And so,
Hmm.
Dominique, what is the 5 stages again?
So the first is denial,
Hmm.
second is anger, third is bargaining, fourth is depression, and then fifth is acceptance.
All
Yes.
right, so I wanted to write those down because I knew them, but I didn't know what order
Mm-hmm.
it was in. And the reason why I wanted to write it down is because I did write this question down for us to talk about. And it's sorry. How have you grieved in the past? So was it healthy? So I'm guessing that this stage of grieving is the healthy way to do it, I
Mm-hmm.
guess you would
Mm-hmm.
say. So how have you grieved in the past?
So really looking at the steps, I want to get my notes out. We just some little we some
We in
nerds,
class,
y'all. Yeah,
baby.
we
You
we
know what I'm
take
saying?
notes. Yeah, I'm a note taking type of person. But
Yeah.
so how I grieve in the past is looking back now in hindsight view, I went through all the steps of the anger, denial, bargaining, depression, acceptance, and I allow myself time to heal in each of those stages or go through those emotions in each of those stages.
Hmm.
And looking back, I would say you need to just acknowledge your part in all of it, for one. Depending on how you are grieving, what is you're grieving about, you have to take your position in it. So, for instance, mine was with friendships. So, people who I no longer talk to, we have no communication, there's no bond, there's just nothing left. And it took a toll on me. It makes me upset at times, sad at times. I get triggered and think about what could I have done to better this relationship, or can I mend things? And I have to accept the fact of what I can control. And what I can control is my peace and my happiness. And there's just things that I don't allow to double back on to try to reconcile with people who I no longer talk to. It's just,
Hmm.
I accept that we moved on, and that's just that. I wish them all the best. I never wish nothing bad about these people, and I just bask in my own business and go and just figure out what I can do to be a better person from those experiences and emotions that I can look back on and learn from. So everything it really is just a learning experience when you look back about the things you have done, especially with grieving. And you really have to dig into those inner emotions of what you're feeling and be able to compartmentalize what's going on at that moment. Yeah, I can't get my
Okay.
words out. So
Okay.
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm
No,
talking.
no, no. You were speaking the truth. I was just like
Mhm.
really listening because I think that I've had a hard time grieving in my
Mhm.
life. So I'm taking this topic and learning from it and, giving my side and stuff like that. So I was really listening.
Mhm.
But I feel like I give myself time to grieve like my loved ones. But I
Mhm.
think that my grieving when it comes to relationships is not healthy, or it wasn't healthy because I didn't let myself go through the stages. I just wanted
Mhm.
to skip over and just accept it. But sometimes I feel like you try to make your conscious accept it, but
Yeah.
your subconscious hasn't accepted it yet, in a sense.
No,
So,
that's a
yeah,
good comparison, because I think what that's when you have those lingering thoughts at night and you're up thinking about those situations that you could have done better, because it's painful. Grieving, healing is painful. It's not a pleasant journey. So we
right.
do tend to want to skip those moments of being vulnerable and the triggers and the stuff that just makes us want to crawl back in our shell. But when you're able to be transparent about everything you're feeling, that's the process of going through your grief and healing, and not skipping what you need to go through just so you can feel better.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
I've learned that. So, I was gonna ask, what advice do you give to someone that's grieving?
Yeah, well, I would say for someone who's grieving
Hmm.
is
Or grieving what is really the question.
ultimately, I would say talk to God. And
Hmm.
that's not to be funny or anything. Talk to God. I always tell everybody that got something going on or issues, pray about it. Like, really pray about it. Talk to him, and you'll get the answers you need in due time. Yeah, this is your journey. You when you go through grief, everybody grieves differently. I've seen people and when you break it down the stages, you can tell when you know the stages of grief, you can see and identify where that person is depending
Mm-hmm.
on what's going on. I've seen people lashed out when they're grieving. I've seen people depressed. I've seen people in denial of what's going
Mm-hmm.
on. You know, it's just you could tell they're going through these emotions of grief, and everybody's different with grieving. And I wouldn't take it to heart for people who aren't grieving and know people who are grieving is when they want to be isolated. As long as it's okay, they're fine. They're not, nothing's off the wall with them. But to understand they might want to be alone and let them be alone so they can deal with their grief. Don't
Mm-hmm.
be quick to bombard somebody that wants to be left alone and think like, oh, they need to grieve. I need to check in on them. No, you don't. They want to be left alone for a reason. And
Right,
that's
exactly. They're gonna be
Mhm.
around whoever they need to be around if they want to be around anybody.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's exactly how I feel too. Like just let if I'm grieving somebody or I'm grieving something or I'm just
Mm-hmm.
going through loss, it feels like a loss.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I just want to be alone. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like
Enough.
sometimes I want to just be alone. And I think that in that alone time, we're not really alone. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That's when you have no choice but to like lean on God in a sense. Like that's
Yeah.
the only person that's there, you know?
Yep.
So yeah, it's crazy because my girl. So I gotta talk about my girl because I had to bring up Gabby. So Gabby was part of DB Queens and that was my girl, and she actually recently passed away. And when it happened, me and her wasn't super cool, like just super tight. I'm not gonna act like we were just super tight, but there was never a dull moment with her. She was
Mm-hmm.
always like super supportive and nice and just genuinely kind. So when something happens, you lose a person whether you're close to them or not. I mean, I think that we underestimate how much of an impact we have on other people,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it just takes um you showing up and being yourself that could change, somebody's perspective or somebody's way of viewing the world or
Yeah.
viewing some topic. You know what I mean? Not to make it a big deal, but So
100%. Yeah.
I just want to say RIP Gabby. And I really am kind of looking at, I'm in a space to where I'm kind of looking at life a little differently now because I'm grieving. Um, and I think that when you're in the stages of grieving, that you always have a different outlook on life or a different viewpoint because it's like a reminder that life is so short or life is
Mm-hmm.
so sudden, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I agree. Trauma is one of the quickest way to change or feel or look at something differently or go through just a whole process of everything, when you go through something traumatic, such as losing
Mm-hmm.
somebody. I will say a key moment that I had to grieve was when I lost myself. Full transparency. I remember in around 2020, I want to say, I just hit rock bottom and I had a lot of relationships I lost, friendships that were just not the same no more, tainted, and opportunities and school, you name it, just nothing was working out in my favor at all. And I remember just being so, I was in denial at first that I lost myself. I couldn't believe what was going on. I didn't have any control of bettering things at the time. And I got anger. I was angry about it too. I went through all the shit. I was bargaining about it. I said, well, maybe if I do this, this might happen. And then I got depressed about it because I couldn't find out how to love myself and get myself back right. And then I finally just accepted the fact that this is life and you got to figure out how do you want to keep feeling like this or do you want to feel better? and I chose to feel better. I chose to get my ass up, not to be toxic and be petty and try to hurt other people along my journey because, hurt people hurt other people. Didn't want to do that. I took my ass to the gym. And to this day, I'm still in the gym. And that's where I release a lot of my emotional issues and feelings is by working out. I transform all that pain or whatever I'm feeling into my workout. That's my fuel. That's how I get my ass to the gym. I might be pissed off one day, hurt one day. I remember some shit that made me sad or whatever. And I just channel that all in a workout. And I feel like that
Mhm.
helps me process and what's the word? Remove pain in within me.
Yes, like I feel like that's a transfer of energy. Like we
Mm-hmm.
really are energy, and when you have those emotions built up, I mean, like you said, you just
Mm-hmm.
transferring it right on out into that weight,
Mm-hmm.
into that ooh, into
Mm-hmm.
that ah, you know what I mean? Into
Yes.
that hip thrust.
Ah.
I would say that I have lost myself. Um, I think that I never really got given my chance. I mean, giving myself the chance to really blossom and well, I feel like I've done it regardless, thank God,
Mm-hmm.
just because God never left me. So I feel like even subconsciously, I was doing things, I was still in God's pathway for myself. I felt like because I'm
Mm-hmm.
here, because you know what I mean? I feel aligned.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a time that I felt like, nah, I don't know who I am. I'm not liking in a sense, you know what I mean? And I felt like this doesn't seem like a familiar, like a natural thing that I really wish to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I felt that way when I was grieving, not a person, but grieving like a relationship. So in my last relationship, I felt like I lost myself in a sense. And when I got out of that relationship, I had to grieve that version of me and the relationship at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So not only am I changing, but my environment is changing too. So I don't have that. I feel like I was codependent, honestly. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when you're a codependent person, when it's harder to grieve a person that was around, often and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think that that's why when I would get out of, situationships, relationships, and stuff like that, I would jump into something else because I didn't want to feel that grief. Like I didn't want to
Mm-hmm.
feel it in a sense.
Yeah. No, that
So,
makes sense.
yeah, does that make sense?
We
Yeah,
don't
but
want to deal with that, whatever it
yeah.
is that it's going to hurt us, or we know it's going to be a challenge. We tend to
Mm-hmm.
take the easier road. It's just
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
it's human
thank
nature.
God, that
Mhm.
I became self-aware and really was humble enough to learn and to try to better myself. Take like have these conversations with people and show vulnerability and being able to speak my truth and listening to people like Dom and seeking guidance. Going listening to Pastor Keon really helped me
Mhm.
do that. And like honestly, reading books and going to school, to be
Yeah.
honest. Psychology has, of course, I'm talking about grief and psychology. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, just everybody's journey is different. As long as it's I don't want to. It's a gray line between what's healthy and what's unhealthy, but maybe that's how you need to go through to grieve. It may not be
Hmm.
healthy in other people's eyes, or it might not be safe in somebody else's situation about what they're grieving through. But however you need to grieve, you need to grieve. But I appreciate those who find solutions rather than excuses about what they're going through. So
Yeah.
let me get up, go take a walk, let me read a book, let me go learn a new skill, let me enroll in school. You
Hmm.
find ways to bounce back. So as long as
Yeah.
it's just about how you bounce back and
Yeah.
come
Because
through.
there's no time limit on the stages of grief, I feel
No,
like.
no,
That's the
no.
thing. I think that when people, when you try to rush something or skip over and not let yourself process these feelings, that's when I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you start to have more I don't know, mental instability when
Yeah.
it comes
When
to
you allow
grief.
to consume you, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
you letting this
consume.
consume you. You're not allowing it to get, you need to learn what you need to learn through and let it pass by. And
Mm-hmm.
yes, it does take time, but when you're allowing it just to consume you, then there's a bigger issue at that time.
Yeah, then I
Yeah.
mean, if you feel like that, I mean, I don't know how long, I'm not gonna say time limit because I
Hmm.
feel like now, I mean, I still grieve my granny. I still grieve my granny, and she passed away in 2018, and it's 2024. So in moments, when I see her,
Hmm.
is that, I don't know if that's grieving or mourning. I don't even know what the difference is between the two, honestly.
Ooh, that's a good
Good question,
question,
right?
actually. Mourning is the act of grieving. So essentially, it's
So mourning.
similar. It's like a cinnamon.
All right, so here's the cinnamon. All right? All right, here you go.
Oh, so it's the same.
Yeah.
Okay, well, okay. I don't even know where I was going with that.
You talking about your granny, but no, yeah, you have those moments
Oh
where
yeah.
when you remember loved ones that passed. My dad passed away in 2011, I think. Damn, I don't know
Yeah, I
what
think
was.
my granny was
Let me not
2018. I
stop. Let me
wasn't
not laugh.
completely sure, but I was like 2018.
Yeah, so let me not laugh about this one too. I know the last time y'all saw me laugh when my mom was back. Now I don't know when my dad passed away, but it was around 2011 or 2013. I'm sorry. There it goes.
Yeah.
My dad passed 2013, and there's
Mhm.
times I mourn him and I just think about him and I want to talk to him, but I'm at the accepted stage that my dad's no longer here.
Yeah.
I dealt with it for some time, but yeah, I think time heals all. So it's just
Yeah.
about the time. I'm sure people are still sad that somebody passed away. And it could be
Yeah.
20 years ago, but I think
Hmm.
you learn to be at peace and you accept it. So your grieving is complete essentially, but you just have those moments when you remember or you get sad, but you realize that not that you're complete, you're grieving, but you understand the process of your grief.
Wait, so what was the funny moment with your dad? I mean, I think it's okay to embrace funny moments.
I didn't know when the motherfucker died. I didn't know what year it was.
Oh.
I didn't know when that motherfucker died. I'm like, what year was it? Was it 2011, 2013?
I can feel that. I mean, we both
Yeah.
kind of got sucky memory low key, so
Yeah. Just a little going down memory lane and
yeah,
whatnot. But
yeah, but if you're grieving right now, it's okay. I think that's the whole thing. When
mhm.
it comes to grief, it's okay to be mourning. It's okay to be grieving. I think that was my issue. I didn't want nobody to feel sorry for me,
Yeah.
because I'm grieving something, and I didn't want to seem weak in a sense. And I feel like when people rush the stages of grief, that's how I felt. So if you felt like that, let me know in the comments. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's okay to be grieving. It's okay to let yourself grieve in whatever moment, whatever stage you're in. It's okay. Is all I'm
Hmm.
saying.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you need help, don't feel
Hesitate
yeah,
to
don't
get
hesitate
that.
to reach
Yeah.
out to somebody because somebody cares. I promise you, somebody cares.
Yeah. There's people.
And if you don't think nobody care, God care.
That part, heavy on that part. So yes, if you're listening and like Naya said, are going through the process of grieving, comment below what you're going through. If you're comfortable with that, maybe we can discuss with you and talk to you more one-on-one about that. Hey, I'm open for that. I'm here to help people. I'm Naya as well. We're here to help people,
Yes.
and we hope somebody, I know with our episodes, you can take away at least one thing from each of us that you
Yeah.
can apply to your life.
For
So,
sure. For
with
sure.
that
Like
being
we're
said,
learning with each other and stuff.
yeah,
Come on
yeah.
now. Come on.
With that
Talk
being
about it.
said, grieving, we wish you guys all a peaceful time if you are grieving. And yes, may God be with you as you're going through this. All right, so now it is time for what?
That's some bullshit. Hey, that's some bullshit. Yeah, that's some bullshit. Hey, that's some bullshit. Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Bullshit. All right, so here's my bullshit, y'all. So I think it's bullshit that you can bring a small dog on a flight as a carry-on, but you can't bring a big dog on a flight as a carry-on. It would have to be under the plane. Why are you laughing for it? Nigga, you laughing? Hold the fuck up, son. You could bring a small ass dog as a carry-on. Like, for instance, you could bring Casey, right, as a carry-on. I can't bring Zena on the plane with me. She would have to be boarded as cargo or as luggage or whatever on the plane. And Soul Plane fucked me up. And I always think about something happening if I board my dog as, cargo.
Your dog is too big to be on the plane. You'll have to check him.
Oh, wait. No. I usually just put him in my bag. He's not that big.
Well, those are the rules. You'll have to check your dog.
Come on, Dre. Come on.
Don't worry, sir. We'll take good care of him.
Please do. It's my little boy right there. I'll see you when I get off. Excuse me. Thank you.
Enjoy it.
And I think it's bullshit how unless you get them as a service animal, then it can be on the plane with you. But Xena is technically not. So I can't have her on the plane with me, but you can bring a small ass dog like nothing on the plane for free. Yeah. Not for free, but you gotta pay as a carry-on or something. But I can't bring my dog. I'll even pay to have her have her own seat. I'll do that. I would not mind. But you still can't have no big ass dog on the plane, at least to my knowledge.
I don't think you can either.
That's bullshit.
Okay, so the reason why I was laughing is because when you say plane, and when I think about Xena a big ass dog.
She's a big ass dog.
So, but the thing is, your dog is trained. You know what I mean? So she'll sit in the seat and just chill. But I feel like other dogs, if they ain't trained for real, they probably all in the aisle and get your big ass.
Yeah, I don't think
they should stay in the cargo though.
I just can't wrap my mind around her being underneath the plane. I don't even know what goes on underneath in the plane. How is it even organized? Where's the luggage? Where is she at? What if something falls on her? So my mind just wraps around that. And this is why my ass is driving to fucking Georgia this week, because I can't put her ass on the plane with me.
Got a job. That is crazy. Shit. Yeah, but I don't even think I wouldn't take Casey on a plane with me.
What? I would easily.
Oh, she'll be jumping around trying to get in everybody's lap. No,
you can get one of them little carry-on bags. You put her in a bag and zip it up and just place her right there on your lap or underneath the seat.
The thing with Casey though, she ain't just no small. She a small dog, but she's not a small dog. Like who wanna?
Girl, no, I've seen fucking corgis on the damn plane. Those are big, long, big ass dogs now. Yes, bigger than Casey.
I don't know. I ain't about to carry her.
And they do. I love seeing people bring their dogs. Like, I'm a dog mom too, so I get that.
I've never seen nobody with their dog on plane, so maybe I haven't experienced it. So
I've seen a corgi. I've seen a lot of times it'd be Yorkies and Frenchies, like the little small dogs, and poodles, the brown poodles and stuff like that. They look like little kids and shit. But yeah, that's my bullshit.
That I've never seen that. You've seen so many.
Girl, flying a lot. But what's your bullshit?
True that. I don't fly that much. Okay, my bullshit is the fact that nobody dance in the club no more, bruh.
We do it every week at the Phoenix Givers Club, Miami. What's happening, CHI? My Chicago folks in the building. Y'all show some love. Get up for the A. Hometown people, where you at? Show your A. I see you, Jamaica. Do your thing.
Like, all you see is twerking and stuff like that. I'm talking about dancing, like dance battle. Like, I want to see some dancing in the club. Yeah. And I feel like it's because people be judging in the club, bruh. I don't care what nobody say. Some people be
Mhm.
until it hit that time of the night where everybody sleep drunk. You know, I don't know if you
Mhm.
like remember those days in the bar, or the club, and it just feel like everybody just on the same motion.
Then
You
everybody
know,
starts dancing. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I
Mhm.
feel like I don't know. People need to bring back jerking or something. Niggas need to go out there and jerk and walk it out, two step.
I I
I ain't got
remember I remember my when I was in
real.
coming out of high school, like 2012, 2013,
Hmm.
we were still dancing. We had a little good bop too, some
Yeah,
songs and whatnot that made you do the dance or just dance in general. But yeah, now everything is just shaking ass and standing
everything
around
is
taking
shaking
videos and
ass.
pictures, standing on tables and chairs and shit. And
But I really in the club, I just be like, I really be vibing though, so I can
mhm.
act like I just be
I'm like
dancing
a
and shit.
rapper in the club. I'm not
Yeah, I'm about to say I'll be a rapper in the
I'm a
club.
rapper in the club.
Yeah.
Like I don't really shake ass like that, honestly.
I
Not
don't
saying I
either.
can't
That's
shake my
not, I mean,
ass.
I can.
I
You know what I mean? I
can.
can. But, I just don't, you know what I'm saying? But I'll
Yeah.
catch some ass though. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, hey, hey.
Whoa.
I'll catch
That's
some ass in a minute.
oh, for real though. I'm hella weak, but
Uh,
nah. I'll be quick to shake ass like with my girlfriends or whatever like that. But just to be shaking
right.
ass and some man behind me that I don't know, like nah, I'm just not.
I ain't gonna lie, I did that shit in college days. But it would be
That
people
was
I knew, like a nigga I
mhm.
know, but you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that was my high school days. Oh yeah, them house
That was college days
parties,
for me.
them house parties.
No, I did not go to no house parties, bro. I was like, I didn't do that. I was a good girl.
I didn't do that. Oh, please. Man, let me tell you about them functions back in Sacramento, man. We used to have
Yeah.
shit
We
lit.
out
It
here
was
trying to
so
function.
fun. We was out here trying to function. And we sure the fuck did. We was functioning. We was all over the place. We pull up. We went to hella parties. I knew so many people in different colleges. I don't get
Yeah.
me. Look, I'm reminiscing my
The
time, man.
show is reminiscing. I know
We was
that's
on
right.
them walls in the corners of the garage, just just throwing ass to
Oh, it
some
ass. Oh,
Stage
that's right.
Gemini, some fucking YG. Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah. What was that
Tiger.
stage the Gemini song?
Um, um, she
She
gonna
has,
shake it like a
yeah.
red nose. Yep, yep, like
Oh
a
my
red
gosh,
nose.
I remember them days.
Mhm,
So yeah, like back in those days when we was dancing to Sage the Gemini and stuff like that, I
mhm.
missed them,
Yeah,
man. And
yeah.
I feel like, somebody need to drop a hit or something. You know what I'm saying? We need to get it. I know Glorilla, she did one, but I wasn't feeling that one,
Yeah,
which is
glow.
fine. I'm just one opinion. You got plenty of fans, and I'm one of them. I just wasn't feeling that song. So
What song you said?
she has like I don't even know what it's called, but I've heard like a snippet of it, and I was like, nah, this ain't really my vibe.
I think I know something
Let
about
me,
in my bag, maybe, or is
yeah, maybe
it?
I didn't give it a chance though. I just heard a snippet of it.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean, how that go. But you know you in trends, how you be. But
Do
but
that.
I wish we can relive the times of the 2000s when the clubs were, yeah, people are really actually dancing in the club. They have the gear on, the hat caps, and all that shit.
Yeah.
Bitch in the stilettos. I couldn't do it, but
Yeah,
they're
stilettos.
actually
I'll do a little
dancing.
something, but not no
Hmm.
stilettos.
But they look like they had a good time. They were actually dancing one another. It
Mhm.
looked good. Now, man,
They
yeah.
just be like, they just
And
want to
yeah,
catch the.
if you ain't cute, don't be dancing behind me. I be dead if I'm shaking ass and I look back at somebody like old or just not my type of
Don't
guy. I'll
just
be
pull
like,
up. Don't
hell
just
nah.
pull up, bro. Don't
Yeah,
just pull
yeah.
up.
Oh man, times have
I
just
need to
changed.
invite
But
you. So I think those were two really good bullshits. Little
yeah,
cutesy.
yeah. This is my
Wait, what was
damn
yours
dog,
again?
man. Mine about the dog. Can't bring my dog on the plane unless she's a damn
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
service animal.
True that. True that. True that.
Stupid.
I just can't imagine a whole bunch of dogs being on the plane though.
Maybe there should be a limit. It could be about no more than five, five big ass
I think
dogs.
five, because
Yeah,
they
there's
might
it's
start
spaced
barking at
out.
each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It'll be a whole mess. I know. But anyway, going on to the next segment is unpopular opinion. And since I went first with bullshit, what is your unpopular opinion?
So my unpopular opinion is that I think that, or I prefer edibles over smoking. So that's my,
Okay. I
yeah,
think
that's
a lot of
my
people
unpopular
can
opinion. I feel like
agree
people
with you.
think, yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like people think edibles are too strong for them in a sense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, but these are the pros and cons. So y'all thought I was done? No, I'm not. So my notes, my pros for edibles, I feel like you don't get stinky breath or you don't get like that weed. You don't get any smell at all, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to edibles.
Nothing's lingering. Yep.
Yeah, and not saying that everybody that smoke got stinky breath or anything like that, but it just depends on like what you rolled it in and stuff of that nature. I know,
Yeah.
some of y'all have experienced weed. You might not smoke weed now, but you've experienced it. So let's
Right.
not do too much. Okay. And you also don't get cotton mouth. I guess that's kind of dependent on the person. I don't.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. The
Mm-hmm.
cons I would say is you don't know when it's gonna hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That'd be the number one thing that I feel like people say to be like, oh, it just hit me all of a sudden,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I feel like that's a pro because it's like you're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
here it
Mm-hmm.
is.
I enjoy them. Hopefully, I can say this. Well, I mean, it's not that deep, but I enjoyed when we were on the cruise. We took our edibles. They were cool. They were nice.
Yeah,
It was a good
yeah,
time. I agree. I want to say I agree. I'm sorry, but I can say I understand your opinion and the pros and cons to it. And when we took those edibles on the cruise, it just flowed perfectly because we couldn't roll up and smoke on the plane like that.
right,
The
right.
edibles came perfect. And I like edibles. I would say I think I'm more of an edible person when it comes to just like how we go on that cruise somewhere and
Like
just
on an event or an
doing
event.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just in general, no, I can't just be on no edibles. I'll just be tired,
You'll
sleeping,
be
and have
tired.
I'll be what's you feel like you have like a zombie high. I guess maybe on depending on the edible I have taken, but I remember just feeling
Yeah.
like that zombie high. Like I go to I'm high. I go to sleep high, wake up high. I'm just like I'm still high. Shit, like
Yeah, yeah. I think
shake
it
this
depends on
off.
the kind you get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and how much you eat as
That
well.
too. And what was
Hmm.
what was the kind that we had on the cruise? Was that sativa?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
maybe because I feel like the times that I had edibles, it was homemade. So I don't know what kind of weed these niggas is putting in
Wow.
there. Sorry, I don't know if I
Hmm.
should be talking about this. I don't know, but I don't know what type of weed they gonna put in it. But at least when you buy it from a dispensary or something,
Yeah.
you know what's going in it and how it's going to affect you in a sense.
Yep.
So I think that if you use them wisely,
Yeah.
then yeah.
Good unpopular opinion, which I think a lot of people can agree with you on that. So yeah. All right. Well, my unpopular opinion
Yours.
is very left field, but hey, whatever. Is that I would rather do couples therapy early on before having problems in my next relationship. And I say that because I can appreciate just having a professional, offer unbiased information and support to us. I think like what's wrong with that? Why would you not want that to have a healthy relationship? Somebody that's professional, unbiased, that can guide you to keeping and maintaining a healthy relationship before you have problems. Because I think marriage couples and people in relationships tend to go when they have problems or when shit is just too much and
Mm-hmm.
your chances of making it might be slimmer if you have went earlier. So I would rather go earlier and just have somebody who can just be supportive of a healthy relationship, a professional.
Yes, I'm glad that you said that because I have learned that that is the best thing to do, is to go before you have the issue. So there can be, like you said, a third objective from the
Mm-hmm.
beginning. And I honestly also believe that if you do go early on, that might, I feel like that would either help you, like, you won't have to go the whole relationship in a sense. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I feel like that would better prepare you for things that will happen in the futures because y'all
Yeah.
will already communicated and y'all would have already gotten the flow of communication and stuff like that. So that is a great idea. You know, I've heard people talk about that too. So I'm glad that you brought that up because
Mm-hmm.
maybe people will be like, oh, you know, maybe I want to do that too. You know, with my next
Yeah.
relationship. You
Just
know,
just to have a better outcome
do you
than
think you're
not
talking about
having
marriage or you talking about relationships?
for counseling.
Yeah.
Both.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Either or, both of them. Shit.
So how long? Because I feel like with when you get in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like after the 2 year mark.
Yeah. Within maybe even sooner than that. I don't know. I think it just depends on you and that person you're with and how their intellectual level of wanting to better
Yes.
themselves in your relationship as a team. And you go from there. So I would just hope my partner, he just is open to bettering us as a whole. And we can just take those steps and sign up together and just get information from somebody, a
Yeah,
professional.
and it can be like a weekly thing, just a check
Yeah.
in. You know what I
Just a
mean?
check in, something like that. Because not saying that I'm too good to not have couples therapy, but I never done it because most
I've
of my
never done it either.
relationships were good. They just ended because we both just had breaking
Different
points.
things. Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
just a different moment. And
yeah. But if I can find that person that I wanted to actually sustain to be with you forever, we get married and all that type of shit. Oh yeah, I think we should definitely to preserve our union. Let's just get some guidance on that. Mm-hmm.
yeah, for sure. I agree with that for sure. So that
Thank you.
is a
Yeah,
really good unpopular opinion, Dom
I
Dom.
appreciate it.
Like I
Thank you.
like that. I like that.
Thank
We have very different unpopular opinions, but they both were very good unpopular opinions in
you.
their
Mm-hmm.
ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Boom. For
So
sure.
next on to it, we are getting to Big
Hey.
Dom's pep talk. So what you gotta say, Big Tom? Let's sit down. Let's listen.
All right. Welcome back to another Big Don Pep Talk. So, to keep this short and simple, this pep talk is geared to those who have fallen off the gym. And I'm talking to quite a few of you. This ain't Tanaya because you've been on your shit,
I
but
sure have.
a few of you that I've known, I ain't gonna say no names, but y'all fell off. I need y'all to fall back in. Okay,
Right,
fall
right,
back
right,
in, get it right, get it tight. Like, what's up? And to those who
right.
attempted to go to the gym and said they didn't like it and didn't work out for them, try it again. Try it again. The same time, the same amount of attempts you gave that man in your relationship, try that shit again. Get your ass back at the gym.
Sorry.
It's just. Oh my God. This girl over here flexing. I'm trying to give a pep talk. Just see arms all out. Like, yeah.
While you was motivating, I was trying to.
Oh man. But no, for real. If y'all listening to me, my pet talk is just for those to get back at the gym. Don't wait till next year. Don't, stop with the procrastinating on with my New Year relationship. Do this shit right now. Get it in right now. Get your ass back in the gym. Fall back in love with it. Get back into a new groove. Try it again. It's not just about weightlifting. You can go do cardio. You can do calisthenics. You can stretch. You can work on your
Mm-hmm.
mobility. There's so much. You can dance in that motherfucker. There's so many different ways you can be active. Just do something and stop waiting for next year. Stop putting it off. And like I said, those who gave umpteen times to their relationship to make it work, put that within yourself and your gym progress
Mm-hmm.
and shine on, baby.
Period.
That's it. That's my pep talk. Quick and shit. That's my pep talk. Quick, short, and simple to it.
Yes.
So yeah.
That was fire. I'm glad that you said that. Appreciate the shout out because you know what I'm saying. I appreciate that. But
Yeah. No.
girl, when I tell you, I don't know. This commitment to the gym couldn't have came at a better time for me.
Okay.
So I'm just really, I think I've said it and I wrote it down that I'm
Mhm.
committed to the gym. So I really want to keep my word with this. And I
Yeah.
want to, one thing that I'm trying to do is really initiate, what I say that I'm going to do. So really do it. Do what I'm saying I'm going to do or act how I
Hmm.
say I'm going to act in a
Hmm.
sense. So, dang.
I will say you have been doing really good 3 times a week,
Oh,
and I'm happy your progress is going, but I don't know.
yeah.
I've been there before too. I have fallen off. Don't we all been there?
Yeah.
My shit was years of me being inconsistent. Like I work out for some time, take a long ass break, come back at the gym, work out for like 2 months, take a long ass. I know how that shit goes, but when you really lock
Hmm.
in, get in the groove, snap it in, make that a lifestyle change and not just something that's convenient to you, and that's why a lot of y'all be falling off the gym is because you treat it as a convenience to you. You don't make this shit a lifestyle. Because if this a lifestyle, you still work out when you are sad. You work out when you're happy. You work out when you are mad. You work out when you're single. You work out when you're in a relationship. You work out when you're going through with your relation. You keep working out. People just stop when they get in a relationship or this, that, the third. Like, better yourself. Don't just
It's a
allow some
priority. It got to be a
it's a
priority.
priority. Let that
Yeah.
be a priority to yourself. Like you should want to take care of yourself for anything and everyone beside that comes with being with you. Take care of yourself.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean, like when I'm talking about the gym, because then I wasn't making it a priority. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
you said, I was treating it as if it was a convenience.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really take the, well, sometimes it was because I was in crazy experiences in my life and I didn't have time, honestly. I felt
Mm-hmm.
like I didn't have time to do it. But I was like, you know what? I'm about to commit to this. And if I commit to something, I want to make time for it. So I'm going to make time for this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that one thing that I'm learning when it comes to expressing yourself and just choosing the different words that you use to say what you say. That's this one thing that I love about this podcast is because the things that you say, you want to make sure that you actually doing. You know what I
Practice
mean?
what you preach.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
like one reason why I love watching Pastor Keon is because in his sermons he like breaks down words. So everybody has different ways that they interpret the Bible and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
when you get down to the base of a word, it's all kind of the same in a sense. It all
Yeah.
comes from the same thing. So I'll just be trying to really do what I say I'm gonna do. Like if I'm gonna commit to something, I'm gonna make it a priority too. To commit to it, you gotta make it a priority. So,
Mm-hmm.
and since I've done that, I feel like my mood has gotten better. I feel more respected. I respect myself more in a sense because I have self-integrity. And then it makes you want to look at that for other people. And you know what I mean? Just like have that expect other people to have integrity as well. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
100%.
but
I
I ain't gonna lie,
agree.
it took me a while to get to this point though.
Yeah.
Because I ain't been consistent with the gym like for long periods of time. So I want to make this a lifestyle, like Dominique said. I'm gonna keep at it, starting 3 times a week, then I'm gonna go to 4, but I want to make sure I go at the right time, so I don't
Yeah.
be like, I don't want to
Yeah.
do it no more.
Pace yourself, go at your
Yeah.
time, your level 3 times a week. That's why I said for like 3 months, go about
Hmm.
3 times a week. And then from there, you can course correct, like, okay, I can add another day or whatnot and go
Hmm.
from there. But just don't stop. Like I said, you want to be the best version of yourself for everybody, whatever situation you're in. Why would you stop just because you're in a relationship or you're making some more money or whatever the case is? Just keep going. Don't just stop. Get your ass back at the gym, y'all. And I
Hmm.
wish I had somebody was on my ass. This is why I'm saying how I'm saying it, because I would have want somebody to tell me this shit when I was slipping up a lot back in
Right.
20. I used to work out, but I've been working out since like 2018, but I just never was consistent.
Right,
I would
right.
work out, like I said, a couple months and stop, couple
Then you'll
weeks and
stop.
stop.
Yeah.
I'll get pissed off, go back, work it out for a couple more weeks and stop. So
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta be consistent with it. But that is my big Dom pet talk. Just to wrap that up, y'all. Much love. Like I said, just get your ass back in the gym, fall back into it. And yeah.
For sure, for sure. Thank you so much for that big dumb pep talk, girl. Like
Yeah.
I mean, you killed it. You killed it. I don't got nothing to add to that, my girl. I don't got nothing to add to that. So we wrapping up the episode, ain't we? I gotta do the
Mm-hmm.
prayer and
Mm-hmm.
then we're gonna wrap it up. So can we bow our heads, please? Close our eyes. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this wonderful day. Thank you for allowing us to be here and giving us breath in our bodies when we woke up this morning. I pray that everyone under the sound of my voice, I pray that they recognize that first blessing in the morning. You know, it's really something that not all of us go through. And every moment of the day that we live is a blessing, and we all live separate lives and we all live different ways, but the one common way is you. And God, I thank you so much. I thank you so much for life, because I didn't have to be here. None of us had to be here, but we have our audience here, Dom's here, and this is just a wonderful moment that I'm grateful that we shared together. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Sorry, I had to let that out.
No, that was good. That was good. I felt that. I always feel your prayers. I always keep saying that. And
I had
it's
to let
just
that out.
Mhm.
Because I be at one thing that I'm really trying to do is just I'm trying to be real, bro. I'm just trying to stay a real nigga. You know what I'm talking about? So I'll be a real nigga to my God too. You know what I'm talking about? No cap. What I feel, but I gotta talk.
I love that you said that because I feel the same way. And that's why I sometimes feel misunderstood because, man, I be trying just to be as real as I come. That's it. And it could be looked at like I'm too angry or too abrupt and abrasive and shit. But I'm just a real motherfucker, man. Like,
Hey, it is what it is.
it
So
is
you
what
know
it
what I'm
is. And
saying?
I love the vulnerability in your prayers because it shows me the same. Like, I don't know. I sometimes hold back in my prayers and I'm just letting myself or teaching myself to really just open, just
Yeah.
talk, say what you got to say, get it off your chest, mad, sad, indifferent, just get it off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
work
And
on it from there.
I think when we allow ourselves to fully just do what you want to do, like just
Mm-hmm.
whatever. You know how sometimes in the bed, right? For example, in the bed, right? You get comfortable and then you start shaking that leg like you having a little you know what I mean? That's like your wow self. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like to wrap that up, I feel
Yeah.
like when you pray into God, you can just be your most authentic self. You can say what you want to say because at the end of the day, that's the one being that knows how you feel.
Yeah.
Like if you don't think that anybody understands you, that even if you like do research on who God is or what God symbolizes,
Mm-hmm.
that's the only thing that will understand you. So why not be yourself? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, but
Why not?
yeah.
It's so simple, man. It's hard to be somebody that you're not. It really is.
Yeah,
Just
but you know, I think it took time to get to that too. Let me
mm-hmm.
not do too much because it took time for me to get to that too. Because
I mean that
oh,
too.
let me not do
Nah.
too much. But yeah, you know, everybody has a process, and
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that just so maybe somebody could understand how I feel and why
Mm-hmm.
I do that. You know.
And like I said, every episode, there's at least one thing people can take from us in each episode. So yeah, I
Yeah.
love. Thank you guys once again for tuning in for another episode. As we said before, comment below about grieving, offer any advice to people who are going through those stages right now that we may not have said. Also, you could talk about our bullshit, how mine was about big dogs can't be on the airplane and about how people don't dance like they used to back in the early 2000s that we didn't get to
Oh
witness.
dang, I was about to do the robot. Wait.
Some of us didn't get to witness. Oh, there you go. Hey, oh, Oh, while she over there hitting our robot, you can also subscribe to our channel at Black Wave. You can also follow us at Black Podcast _ on IG and TikTok. If you would like to be a guest on our podcast, please email us at blackgroup8@gmail.com and we'll have you on the show. And with that said,
Okay.
that's just that, y'all. Y'all have a great night. Be
Hey,
blessed.
y'all have
Happy
a good
stress.
night. Yes.